Students, today we'll start with the self-development and art appreciation topic. This is a graded subject in the 10th standard. Already you have learned this in the 9th standard. We'll continue in the 10th standard same. The first topic is me as a citizen. So from the word citizen we can understand that any person who reside in a country and above 18 is called a citizen of that country. So every here the first line indicate every responsible citizen add to the strength of the nation. That means every responsible citizen, if he follows the rules and regulation, that is added to the strength of the nation. That means a person who is legally accepted as a member of a particular country is called citizen of that country. Okay, now we will learn about the qualities of a responsible citizen. What the qualities he should have as a responsible citizen. He should obey the law, respect authority, contribute to society and community, perform civic duty, love his country, that is he should have a patriotism, courtesy and respect the right of other, trustworthy and honesty, tolerance, accountability, moral courage, responsibility and self discipline. These are the qualities a responsible citizen should have. Now what the objectives is given here, what you will learn from this, a student should be able to explain the term citizen in their own words. That means this is the activity will be given, this is the activity you have to perform. Identify the behavior of a responsible citizen, describe the origin and need of rules in their own word, explain the values underlying a democratic lifestyle and elaborates their importance in their own word. Analyze everyday incident to identify the factor which could harm democracy and be able to find way and mean to prevent such incidents from happening. Introspect whether interaction and environment in their home and school are in accordance with the value of a democratic lifestyle. If not, plan for solution to bring about a changes. These are the objectives of a citizen. So what does the term citizen mean? We hear the term citizen quite often. When you hear the word Indian citizen, that what the pictures come to your mind, which word comes to your mind, write in your own words how should a responsible citizen should be. You can also draw a picture of a responsible citizen. That means the first activity I am giving you, that write what is the meaning of citizen. In this you can write in a paragraph whatever the picture, whatever the points come to your mind, that you have to write in a point wise, or you can write in a paragraph also. At least 7 to 8 lines you can write in that. Or if any pictures you want to draw about a good responsible citizen, that you can do as a activity. That means I hope you understood the first question. The first question of will be, what does the term citizen mean? That means these points you have to cover. That means whatever the points come in your mind regarding the citizen, that you have to write in that. I hope all of you understood the first question. Democracy in India, the second point we'll start. A system, in the meaning of democracy, just let me explain you. A system in which the government of a country is elected by the people. That means a government is elected by the people. That is the meaning of democracy. So here the first democracy means government of the people. That means people elect the representative. Hence it is indirectly their government. That means they are electing the representative. That means we always remember, we say that democracy means government of the people, government for the people and by the people. That means of the people. People elect, give the vote and elect the representative. That is the meaning of the people. Government for the people. That means the whatever the rules and regulation that should be laid according to the people of the country. That means all the rules and law of a country are made for the well-being of the people. So ultimately the government is working for the people. That means for the second point, for the people, the government should, or whatever the laws and rules are made, that should be according to the citizen of that country. And the third, government by the people. That means the representative which we elect, that should be among among the ordinary citizen. That means the representative are elected from amongst the ordinary citizen. Those, in a way, it is a government by the people. So always remember the 3 points. We say that democracy, government of the people, for the people, and by the people. How is our government system different from some other countries? Search for the information about the government system of the following countries. Just find out. We had heard about the North Korea. There we know that only one man rules the country. That means only one King John. He is the supreme leader of that country, and whatever the rules and regulation formed by him is forcefully implemented on the citizen of that country. Same way, Arabia is the country is run by the king. I want you to just get the information of this country, what system they follow. About the China, China is a communist country. Maximum that means maximum control, economic is controlled by the government of that country. That means it's a communist. If democracy means government of the people, for the people, and by the people, why can't every person behave in the way he or she wants to? Okay, the third point we are going to learn, need for rules. Rules are established to protect the weaker class in the society, since they are at a disadvantage. If such rules or regulations are broken, when rules are properly set and followed, they provide a stable environment and human coexistence in a community, resulting in peace and order. So we will learn more about the rules in this part. There are many people that don't like following the rules because they think that it's a restriction on them. However, in reality, life cannot be placed in order without rules. Without rules and regulation as we know them, modern citizen will definitely plunge into a chocks. For example, if everyone could simply do what they want in a classroom, if any restriction and rules and regulation is not there in a school, in a classroom, do you think that much learning will take place? Is it an ideal environment for learning? A classroom without rule could be a downright chaotic. Today we are going to discuss the rules, regulations, and a feature more about the rules and regulation. The rules can be differ from one country or community to another. The rule difference are affected by factor like benefit, social interaction, policies, and the type of government. There are rules that are considered informal, that like the one that are set in a home or school. Every school has the rules. We know that we in our diary also some rules and regulations are mentioned, so we have to follow that rules and regulation, and according to the rules and regulation, we are the school runs. That means breaking these guidelines will result in consequence like being grounded or detention. On the other hand, there are codified rules are expected to be followed by every member of the community. Breaking this regulation will have more serious consequence like going to jail or paying a fine. These rules are mostly meant for the weaker section. The rules are established to protect the weaker class in the society, since they are at disadvantage. If such regulations are broken, when rules are properly set and followed, they provide a stable environment and human coexistence in a community, resulting in peace and order. We know that in a sports, always whenever we play sports, there is all rules and regulation. So it's very important. A game is only as good as its rules. Participant perform action according to the regulations and the judge based on how the rules are followed. True enough, we enjoy playing or watching games and sports because everyone agree on what the rules are. That means whenever we play any sports, that means there's the rules and regulations are led. So both the opponent and the teams are agreed to follow that rules. In games and sports, not following the rules is frowned upon. The fourth one, how are rules formulated? Imagine you are traveling on a cruise along with a few strangers, and suddenly a storm hit your ship. Your ship is completely rigged and you or all ended up on a desert island. You try all the possibility to escape from the island, but in vain. And all of you realize that you will have to stay on that island for the rest of your life. What system you will set up to stay happy and united and work together on that island? There are three possibilities is given to you. Now from that this activity you have to find out which one is better and to follow which one will be better to implement. Suppose on one island one person has become a dictator. On another one it has been decided that everyone is free to behave as it is or she like, and there's no rules to control them. On the third island it has been decided that everyone is free to do what he or she like, subjected to some rules. Then according to your people, from which of the three island will be happiest? And this is the activity I like to give you, that you have to decide. Suppose example just I'm giving here, suppose 3 standard 8 in a 10th standard, A B C 3 divisions are there. In suppose in 10th A I had made one monitor and I had told them that you are the only, you whatever you say, according to that whole class will follow that. This is the first one. So in the second class there is no monitor. In the B division, suppose no monitors are made, and people, all the students are free, whatever they want they can do, whatever way they want they can behave in the second. And the third one, I had appointed some of the people, some students are there, they make a group and they follow the rules and regulations. They made some rules so that each and every student should implement that. So according to that, according to you, which class will be better, will be working better, which class will be more disciplined, which class will be more sincerely, we can say that. In A, if again I repeat, in A if I say there is only one person, it's a dictator, one person who is a monitor, made monitor, and he is given he is been told that he is imposing his all rules and regulation. In the second class, in the B division, there is no monitor, all the people, all the students are free to follow their own rules and regulation. And the third one, in the C division, if some people, some students come together and they made some rules and they explain to the student that this is the rules we have to follow from the first period to last period. So according to you, which class will be more sincere, which class will be more disciplined? So this is the activity I like you to give you. How are the rule? This is the way the rules are formulated. Okay, from this we understood that for any system to run effectively, it needs some framework of rules. This rule need to be based on some values. We had discussed in the 9th standard last year, just us all have some personal value. There are some social values as well. These social values are extremely important in order to live together happily. So students, I want you to write 5 values for the people to live and work happily together based on the rules. So I hope all of you understood till what the rules we had. We had covered here the 4 points today. About first one, the citizen, meaning of the citizen. The second is democracy. Third, need for the rule, and the fourth one, how the rules are formulated. So in the next period we will continue in this chapter about the values. I hope all of you understood till here.